Hello friends, thank you so much for watching. Today's video is going to be a demo slash review slash wear test on the new PAT McGRATH Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. That's a really long name and I just realized that it was called that. I'm very excited about this foundation because I know PAT McGRATH does really good products and I'm not disappointed by this foundation. If you don't know who PAT McGRATH is, she is a makeup artist, a very good makeup artist. You know, everything that she comes out with is perfection. So that's why I'm very excited to try out this foundation. It's actually one of the first products that I tried from PAT McGRATH, even though I just said that everything she makes is perfection. Just the thing with her is everything's kind of expensive, so that's why I have never bit the bullets on any of the other products, but I've seen reviews and everyone raves about all of her products, so I'm very excited to finally try something for myself. If you want to see me demo this foundation and check in throughout the day, then you know what to do. Just keep on watching. So I am pretty excited for this foundation. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. I went on Sephora and bought it online, and it was actually, if you know me, you know I'm always getting the wrong shade of foundation online. But with this one, it was very easy to find my shade. I feel like, I don't even know if this fits me, but they had pictures of a model in every shade. So I kind of went through all the pictures and I was like, okay, well this girl looks like my skin tone and my undertone. So that's how I went about choosing my shade. So I made it very easy on Sephora. And then I'm looking at PAT McGrath's website right now, and it's kind of the same thing. They have all these models. So you kind of go through there and click on the model that resembles more so your skin tone, and it's super easy to order online. I feel like I say that now, but we'll see if the foundation I chose fits me. Also, I forgot how expensive this was until right now that I'm looking at the price. I'm like, oh my god, I really paid this much for this foundation. It retails for $68. That is a lot of money. You can almost get two pretty high-end foundations for that amount of money. PAT McGrath, do not play me. I'm just gonna kind of go through some talking points. It has this whole long description that's like very poetic and whatnot, but basically it's a weightless sheer to medium coverage foundation. It's kind of trying to give that like runway feel. Like I feel like okay. Also, if you're tired of seeing foundation reviews, let me know in the comments below, because I have another foundation that I want to review. It's actually the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation, but I'm getting that in tomorrow. Yeah, let me know if you're like, no, I don't want to see any more foundation reviews. But I feel like everything that's been coming out is very sheer to medium coverage. And I feel like that's kind of a trend right now. Less is more, or people just really want a more glowy makeup, no makeup look. Anyways, PAT McGrath's website says it's self-setting, post-perfecting, long-wearing, and it's a satin finish that lasts all day. But we will see if it lasts all day, because we are going to be checking in throughout the day to see how this is holding up. Also, something kind of cool, and I don't know how you would actually know if it's working. It says this compost boosts hydration by activating the natural production of hyaluronic acid and ceramides, and improves the skin texture by optically smoothing and blurring the appearance of fine lines and imperfection. So I don't know how that technology works, but it claims that it does that. When I got this foundation, I was like, oh my god, like the packaging and everything is so cute. I was not expecting this packaging. So it comes in a box like this. Okay, cute, right? Very sleek. So PAT McGrath, right? And then it opens up like this. Like I'm gonna keep this box just to open it up like this every time. It's so cute. And in here is the foundation. Nice, heavy, pretty heavy bottle. It's what is this glass called? A frosted glass. And it's very cute. It's $68 worth. I chose the shade light medium 13. I guess let's see if this works out for me. It does have a pump, so yay. I don't think I'll even swatch this in. Okay, that was fast. That's one pump. Looks like might be a little dark, but we'll see. I think it's a good match. So that was one pump. Very sheer coverage so far. I'm gonna do another pump. Okay, third pump. Also, this foundation's like very liquidy. Okay, so that is 3 pumps. Very sheer, medium coverage. It's a little bit too dark. It's not horrible. Not super impressed just yet. See how liquidy that is? Look, super liquidy. So this is 3 pumps on each side of my face, and it's very medium coverage. I'm probably gonna go in with another pump all over my face to see if I can get a little bit more coverage. If you didn't watch my last foundation review, this foundation is more luminous or dewy than the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation, which I'm liking, but throughout the day when my oils kind of start to shine, we'll see if I don't look like a super shiny grease ball. So I'm gonna do one more pump. I'm just gonna do one more pump just to see if I'm really trying to build up the coverage, and I can't really. Well, actually it is, because I feel like my freckles are getting a little bit covered. Wow, it's actually covering pretty well. So it's almost like medium to full almost. Now, I was not expecting it to build up to this coverage. I'm actually pretty impressed. It looks really good. So my base is done. Mine is concealer, you know. But I'm actually pretty impressed. It's a medium coverage foundation, but it builds up where you want it to build up. So like on my freckles, I tried a little bit harder to cover them today, and it did an okay job. Obviously you can still see them, but it's doing better than the Urban Decay Stay Naked. I'm sorry that that's what I'm referencing to, but I kind of want to compare it to something that you might have, or something that just recently came out. I do have like these little breakouts right here, and I think it did a pretty okay job at covering it. I don't know, this foundation is very pretty. I don't even know what to say. I'm trying to not like it so much because $68, and not would I pay $68 again for this? I don't know just yet. But yeah, let me just do the rest of the makeup off camera, and then I will be right back. So I'm done with the rest of my makeup, and guys, so far I am loving this foundation. My skin just looks very hydrated, very refreshed, just like my skin but better. It looks so good. Look, I look like a little, I don't know, like I look good. My skin looks good. I am loving this so far, but we will see how it holds out throughout the day. I don't know what to say. I just like it so much. I'm very impressed. I wasn't expecting to like it. Like, this is my cup of tea. I've probably said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I'm more of a medium to full coverage foundation, and this is definitely a medium coverage foundation, and this is just me. This is me in a bottle. It's so pretty, guys. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's pretty for like 10 minutes. So it is currently 8 a.m. so I'm gonna be checking in probably around noonish to see how this is holding up. So if you want to see how this Pat McGrath foundation holds up, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I am back with my first check-in. It is currently 12:27 p.m. so I've been wearing this for a couple of hours now, and this looks so good. I've been obsessed with this foundation all morning. Any chance I get to check myself out in the reflection, I am. And it's kind of distracting almost. My skin just looks so good. Like it literally looks like my skin but better type thing. I'm looking a little shiny, especially on my chin area, but I don't really mind it. It's not like super noticeable. I don't even know, guys. I am so in love with this foundation so far. It's just so pretty. I don't know if I mentioned it. It is a satin finish, and it is just that. It's not too matte, you know, it's not too shiny, and I am more of an oily skinned girl. Oily skinned girl. Oily. I have more oily skin, okay? So my oils are doing pretty well with this foundation. The only complaint that I have, which is kind of weird because I don't really see this happen with other foundations, is that like right here I have like little wrinkles like when I do these facial expressions, and I feel like foundation is kind of settling right there. Oh, also, what the heck is on with this? Oh my god, please ignore that. Everywhere else looks really good. I don't know what's going on right there. I don't ever really have a problem with that usually, so that's a little strange. And it might be that it's like I've said before, I'm really oily but also dry at the same time. So here I'm oily and dry, and I didn't moisturize last night or this morning, so maybe that's what it is. But other than that, guys, I'm loving this foundation so far. So we'll just see how it unfolds throughout the day.
It is currently 6 p.m. and I just looked in the mirror and wow, I am shiny. It looks like I just got done running a mile, or look how shiny I am. Like, I was not expecting this. So I don't like to be this shiny. So now I'm kind of like sad about the foundation because it was looking so good up until now.
Okay guys, so this is my last check-in. As you can tell, I am looking like a hot ass mess. Do not judge me. But it is currently 11:57 to be exact, so pretty much 12 o'clock at night. So I have officially been wearing this foundation for 16 hours. And that's a very long time. I'm very tired. I'm sorry. These lights are too bright for me right now. I am so tired. But as you can see, like I mentioned in my last check-in, I am looking super greasy. I am a grease ball, but it doesn't look like an ugly grease ball. It's like a cute kind of glazed donut, you know what I mean? So I decided to do this review a little bit differently because sometimes I'm just kind of all over the place and I feel like I don't give you a precise review. I don't know, I'm just kind of like wishy-washy sometimes. So I decided that I'm gonna do categories and I'm gonna rate every category. So my first category is going to be the price, and I'm gonna be rating these categories from, you know, a 1 to 5, you know, with 5 being the highest that you can get, you know, or like a 5-star. So for price, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 just because it is pretty pricey for a foundation, and I think it deserves a 3.5. Okay, I'm sorry, but you know, you can get almost 2 pretty good foundations for the price of this one foundation. And then my next category is going to be claims. So that being said, it's like it says it is, you know, like a medium coverage, it's self-setting, long wearing, and it has a satin finish. But I'm gonna give it a 4 just because I am very oily, and look how oily I look. It doesn't look the same or even like similar to how it looked when I first applied it. When I first applied this, it looked very like fresh, very satin looking, but now it just looks very oily, which I don't mind exactly because like it looks really good. It looks really good. Like it's all still there. Like, it hasn't moved any, and I'm just very impressed by that fact. It's just, I'm just really oily, and if you're really oily and you don't like this kind of finish, you're not gonna like how it looks at the end of the day. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it a 4. This goes into my next category, which is longevity. I'm gonna give it a 3.5, almost a 4, just because again, it doesn't look the same as it did in the beginning, which I wasn't really expecting it to because I know I'm super oily, but it says it is long lasting and it's for oily dry combination skin. But for me, I'm pretty oily and I look like a glazed donut, which I don't hate again, but you know, there's some people who might hate that. So if you're oily, you might want to powder a little bit more, or you might be a little bit cautious about that throughout the day and have to retouch up. I have this category for packaging. Sometimes a product comes out with a really great packaging or an extraordinary idea that hasn't been done before. It's just simple packaging that just works well, which I think that's what this does. The packaging, I give it a 5 out of 5 just because, you know, it has a pump. It has a nice frosted glass. It seems luxurious. I didn't have any problems with it, so that's why it gets a 5 out of 5. The wow factor is kind of one of those things that's like, it's never been done before. It's very innovative. It just goes out of the box a little bit. Now this foundation, I was very impressed by it. I was very excited by it. I really loved the finish at first, so it kind of gave me that wow factor at first, but then towards the end of the day, it was like, I wish it was a little bit more matte. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. So it's not bad, you know, it's still pretty up there. And then for my last category is going to be would I repurchase this? And I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because it's a gorgeous foundation and I think it's gonna work very well for dry skin to kind of oily, but like I said, I think it's just more of a preference for this one. Like if you're oily and you're very self-conscious about being oily, you might not like it. But if you're oily and you're really into that fresh, lightweight foundation look that looks very glowy, you're gonna like this. And that's kind of like me. I don't really mind looking oily or shiny. So that's why I would give it a 4.5. This foundation is so pretty. I'm just very wowed at the end of the day that it looks like I could have applied it 10 minutes ago just because all the coverage is still there. Nothing has moved around. It feels very lightweight and it just looks like my skin but better. So that's why I would repurchase it. And maybe when I keep wearing this, I'll probably powder a little bit more or, you know, touch up with powder later out throughout the day. I think if you kind of average all of these scores, you kind of get like a 4 out of 5. So that's pretty good. For this foundation, take what I say with a grain of salt. You saw how it wore and you know what your skin type is, you know what you do every day, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you purchase this? Is this too much for a foundation? Let me know what you think, and don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it. If you like these foundation reviews where I, you know, check in throughout the day so you can see how the foundation is working, or let me know what you want to see next. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I upload a video on any day that ends with Y, so super randomly, so make sure you're subscribed and notified to make sure that you don't miss any of my future videos. And I think that's all I have to say for now, so I will see you in the next video. Bye.